It's why Newt Gingrich is warning tonight that Georgia Republicans must turn out more votes than, quote, Stacey Abrams can steal. By the way, in the Trafalgar poll by Robert Gahaley, he's actually factored in a cheating factor of 3.7%. Wow. Never thought I'd see that part of a poll factored in. The former speaker joins us now. Mr. Speaker, how are you, sir? You ever see a poll where you had to factor in cheating?
You know, I like Robert Gahaley a lot, but that is a new one. Probably accurate. Normally, I'd factor in about a point, but I think in Georgia right now, given the effort and the intelligence and the drive that Stacey Abrams has brought to trying to steal the state, 3.7 may be about right. So I'm with you. I appeal to every conservative in Georgia to go vote as early as possible and to make sure that Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue win. I thought, by the way, that Kelly did a remarkably good job of taking on Warnock. You know, after all, a Baptist preacher, he's given speeches for a living his entire life, but he's sort of passive, and I think he was sort of trapped because, as you pointed out, he really is radical. And it's pretty hard to disown 20 or 25 years of radicalism in a debate. And I thought she did a very nice job of just sticking to it and pointing out again and again, this is the most radical candidate ever nominated by a major party. So I think this is going to be an extraordinarily important election. And I think the odds are very high that if every Republican will vote, my model is very simple. We have to win by a bigger margin than Stacey Abrams can steal. And that's just flat out the reality we're dealing with.
I'm trying to, if you watch the crowd in Valdosta, I mean, it was loud and it was clear. Fight for Trump.
Yeah.
And one of the ways they can do it, the governor says, yeah, we need real signature verification checking. I'm like, okay, well, fix it, because you have the ability to call into session the legislature. Right. He steadfastly refuses. Now it's angering Republicans, which we can't have them angry, going into this runoff election, knowing the importance of the outcome here, to the president, by the way, and to the president's family, too, and his agenda and 4 years of hard work.
Look, I think everybody should understand that governor, and I would urge every Georgian to call your state legislator and demand that they go back into session. And I think Governor Kemp would be very well served to both call a special session to deal with some of the more outrageous things that are going on, and to insist that they have a genuine, honest recount, looking carefully at the signatures. I mean, the real problem is auditing the signatures. And the agreement that Secretary of State Raffensperger agreed to with Stacey Abrams is a disaster if what you want is an accurate count. But also remember, as you know from this recent video, which they're trying to explain away, they have a security camera watching 4 Democrats after they sent all the Republican observers home. Open up these suitcases, pull them out and open up these suitcases. We have no idea to what degree that they were stealing votes, but it's very strange how big the margin was for Joe Biden out of these suitcases. And when you look at that particular video, you have to say to yourself, there's something really wrong in what happened in Georgia. And I think that the Georgia legislature should step in and insist both on a recount, but also change the rules before we get to the vote on January 5th. To go back in knowing how sick the current system is, and then use the same sick system to pick 2 U.S. senators, there's just something profoundly wrong and a huge lack of leadership in letting that happen.
All right, Mr. Speaker, thank you as always.